my father's debt led to me being given away to Victoria Thompson from the city's elite. After I escaped, Victoria almost tore Viridian City apart looking for me. Victoria's moonlight has been found. With that one shout, I was captured again. It had been over 2 years since I left Viridian City. Back then, my father had a debt of $50,000 and gave me away to settle the debt. Eventually I was placed with Miss Song from the city's elite. Victoria Thompson was the head of the Song family/corporation in Viridian City, wielding immense power in the circle. I spent 5 years at the Song residence, staying by her side from her youthful years until she graduated. Although she always called me Leo, I saw myself as a Song family staff/employee, believing it was a matter of paying back the debt. That year, I earned $200,000 from writing, paid $150,000 to Victoria, then broke my debit card and canceled my phone number. Taking a few simple clothes, and seizing the opportunity when Miss Song was arranged for a date by her family, I took the remaining $50,000 and left the Song residence, gaining my freedom. Leo changed his name from Ethan to Ethan. I hid in a coastal pines, and opened a bed and breakfast in there by the sea. Business has been hit or miss over the years, but I've still earned quite a bit. At first, there were notices searching for me everywhere. I thought that since I had repaid the Song family's money, Victoria Thompson likely missed my years of companionship and wanted to clarify things, and would stop searching after a while. Recently, the search notices from Viridian City gradually died down. I figured Victoria Thompson must have forgotten about me. I finally relaxed. It was time for me to work and socialize. I couldn't keep living off savings. Plus, I wanted to go back and see my hometown. I took the train for a day and a night back to where I was born. A little asking around and I found my father's and my mother's place. They were doing well known locally, so they weren't hard to find. I heard from people nearby that the family had a capable son who had found a good place/connection in Viridian City. The other party took great care of the family, so the local powers didn't dare offend them. They also gained many conveniences. My 5 older brothers all studied and found work. My 3 older sisters, on the other hand, married early, and some still lived at home even after marrying. That day, my father and my mother went shopping, and I pretended to look around while following behind. Hearing their conversation, I didn't know whether to laugh or cry. Where in the world did that dead kid go? Why would he run off instead of staying at the Good Song residence? All that support I found for him wasted. Isn't that right? Miss Song has asked about him several times this year. If I knew where that dead kid went, I'd tie him up and send him straight back to the Song family. Exactly. Look how good the Song family is. The Songs provided us with a house and car, and even helped the sons get established/find partners. With such good people, what more could he be dissatisfied with? After being away from hometown for so many years, my father and my mother never came to see me once. At first, I used to hope they would visit me, or earn enough money to buy me back. Gradually, I stopped hoping. I figured they must have forgotten they had a son they sold. Hiding for 2 years, whenever I had a moment, I'd come see my father and my mother, but I didn't expect them to still remember me. But they only remembered me living comfortably/well at the Song residence. It looked like I couldn't go back to this home. I took a car back to Coastal Pines that same night. I slept for 2 days straight, then decided to try working as a waiter at a hotel in town. The job was simple, so it wouldn't attract much attention. Mr. Henderson interviewed me, saw I was good-looking, and put me to work that day. I'd never worked for anyone before. This was my first job, and I didn't expect that a simple shift could lead to facing prejudice/discrimination at work. "Hey, Ethan, go up front, Mr. Miller is looking for you." He even gave me a glare after saying it. When I got there, Mr. Miller was sweating buckets. He saw me and waved me over. "You're just in time. We've got a difficult customer, none of them want to serve her, so it's you. Go on, and whatever you do, don't offend this VIP/difficult customer from Viridian City. She's a VIP customer." I had no choice but to push the door open and ask her what she needed. The young woman across from me stared at me for a long time. "Why do you look familiar? You must have me mistaken." How could someone you know possibly be from a small place like this? Miss, what can I get for you? Is your last name Cheen? She stood up and circled around me, sizing me up in my uniform. I think it is. Are you Ethan? Were you with the Song family in Viridian City? I saw you from a distance when I attended a banquet with my father and my mother. You were accompanying Miss Song. You must be mistaken. I'm a local here and have never been to Viridian City. My heart skipped a beat. I didn't expect someone to recognize me, so I played it cool / pretended not to know. No way. Ethan was raised / trained by the Song residents. Someone from a small place like this couldn't possibly have that kind of demeanor / presence. Miss, Mr. Miller is still calling for me. If you don't have any further instructions, I'll go now. The other party waved her hand, letting me leave, and didn't make things difficult for me. Stepping outside, I went straight to Mark, the guy who had tricked me into going there. What's your deal? We're co-workers. Why would you trick me? You clearly look like one of those wealthy kids / scions, trying to experience regular life / slumming it. What are you pretending for? You're even taking our jobs / competing for jobs. How much is Mr. Henderson and paying you? I didn't bother to answer and turned to Mr. Miller to quit. Although I felt like I didn't need to, I didn't dare take the risk. If Victoria Thompson found me, all my efforts would be wasted. After hiding for a few days, I realized no one was looking for me. My heart was completely at ease. I decided to head directly to a nearby city to find work. I had learned a lot at the Song residence. Victoria Thompson was happy to teach me various skills. I could play golf, ski, race cars, and even drive speedboats. I couldn't use these skills in town. Coming to the city offered many more opportunities. I found a job at the largest ski resort in the area, also working as a hotel lobby. Mr. Miller. Mr. Henderson saw that I was handsome and was happy to let me accompany the heiresses who came and went. One day, a group of heiresses came to the ski resort for a trip. During the day, I was responsible for teaching a few of them to ski. On the ski resort, these few people were indeed quite striking, exuding an air of wealth, clearly from a big city. Many guys came over to ask for their WeChat during breaks. It's great to be young, says you, like you're ancient. The one who spoke was the most striking among them. Her long hair was neatly tied up, looking capable, and she had an extraordinary demeanor at a glance. She was dressed in professional gear, clearly distinguishable from the amateurs who rented equipment at the ski resort. She looked like she came from a prominent family, so I decided it was best to keep my distance. That evening, Mr. Henderson personally hosted a party / reception / banquet and insisted I attend, along with a few other handsome guys from the hotel. Unlike the other boys who had other motives / agendas, I reluctantly wore the most simple clothes and sat at the end of the table. During the banquet, Mr. Henderson urged the guys to toast, and everyone was very enthusiastic. After all, this was a chance to meet various big bosses, and these men were clearly heiresses, young and beautiful. What guy wouldn't like that? One guy even sang a song, and the heiresses present applauded enthusiastically. When it was my turn to toast, I stood up and said, "Excuse me, I don't drink. I'll substitute tea for alcohol to toast our friends who've traveled a long way." A few of the heiresses, who looked like wild ones / trouble, immediately protested when they saw I wasn't drinking. "What are you trying to act so pure for?" she said, and came over to pull me. During the scuffle, my collar was pulled down. "All right, that's enough." The girl who had spoken to me during the day walked over and stood in front of me, separating us. It was clear she was the leader of the group. They immediately stopped. "Sophia Moore likes this one. Don't worry, we won't steal him." "Hey, what's that on his neck?" I suddenly remembered the tattoo on the back of my neck and quickly pulled my collar tight to cover it. The few of them looked surprised after seeing it, and a woman named Tang who was leading them frowned. "Miss Tang, that golden phoenix tattoo, it couldn't be the one I know about, could it?" Victoria Thompson was good in every other way, but she had peculiar tastes and insisted on tattooing a golden phoenix on the back of my neck. I had always thought it was a mark of Song family staff / a mark of belonging to the Song family. I was upset about it for a long time and usually kept my collar pulled tight to cover it as much as possible. It accidentally showed during the struggle just now. Are you the person Victoria Thompson has been looking for? Miss Tang asked me. No, I don't know the person you're talking about. I instinctively denied it. I heard that kid was raised/trained at the Chin family since he was young, incredibly mysterious. Finding him here, could it be that he's been given up on/abandoned? Why doesn't he just come with us? He looks delicate/soft. The woman named Tang immediately stopped her. Sophia Mu. You bastard. Don't tell me you're into this guy. Why are you stopping us? I brought you out here, and I don't want anything to happen to you. The Song family doesn't give that golden mark to just anyone. Everyone in the know understands that this kid is not just anyone to Victoria Thompson. Don't play with fire/push her buttons. Sophia Moore, I didn't expect the young master of the Moore family to be here. Feeling bored, the group quickly ended the party/reception/banquet. Mr. Miller bowed and scraped as he saw the heiresses off, not forgetting to glare at me. I walked over to Sophia Moore. Thank you, Miss Tang, for getting me out of that. Please keep it a secret for me, although there might not be anything to keep secret anyway. Miss Tang nodded, looked into the distance, and sighed. You're hiding here? Do you need my help? No, thank you. I'm doing quite well. Sophia Moore seemed to think I misunderstood her meaning. She wasn't offering me money, but asking if I'd be in trouble if I was found. I, on the other hand, thought the Song family had given up on me long ago. A few days later, the heiresses returned to Viridian City, and nothing happened to me. My heart was completely at ease. The ski resort Mr. Henderson didn't care about status or anything else. He seemed to feel that I had offended some wealthy kids/science and caused trouble, so he made things difficult for me every day. One day, Mr. Henderson announced that the ski resort would be temporarily closed tomorrow because a VIP from Viridian City had booked the entire place. I felt a little uneasy. I quickly took leave from Mr. Henderson and decided to hide at home. When I woke up in the morning, I had a feeling of impending trouble, and the intuition that I should pack my bags and stay in town for a few days became clearer. Before I finished packing, Mr. Henderson called, telling me to hurry back to deal with the guest. I thought, what's meant to be will be, I might as well go. When I arrived at the hotel, Mr. Henderson rushed me towards the suite. Seeing the security standing outside the door, I felt like crying. I pretended to turn around casually, but before I could even start running, I was grabbed and escorted into the suite. Mr. Henderson saw my tearful expression, thought I had made a mistake, and was about to distance himself from me, but he was lifted out before he could speak. The person opposite me turned around. 2 years hadn't changed her, she was still so beautiful. Her whole person exuded an aura of keep out, silent, clearly unhappy. That face, which wasn't prone to smiling, was now as cold as jade. I nervously greeted her, hello, Miss Song. She walked over and stood in front of me. Her height of nearly 1.7 meters exuded a powerful presence, making me, at 1.9 meters, feel like a little chick. She wore a black dress, her hair was pulled up, perhaps having just come from a meeting, rushing directly to this small city. You hid quite far, Ethan. I smiled apologetically. Miss, why are you here? Did you come to see me? Stop joking around. Did you think I wouldn't find you if you hid in a coastal pines? You've grown capable, spread your wings, even dare to work at a hotel now? Is this how I taught you? No, not spread. Thanks to your care, I'm working very well. How did you find me? Did you think I wouldn't find you if you changed your name to Ethan? I could find you the moment you used your ID card/driver's license to take the train. So, I had been exposed the moment I got on the train. So, how long are you planning to stay, miss? What, you're not planning to come back with me? Ah, didn't I pay back the debt? My dad sold me to you for $50,000. I'll pay triple to redeem myself. Please, be generous and let me go. If it's not enough, I'll earn more and give it to you. I still have some money here. Saying that, I reached for my pocket. Victoria Thompson's anger at that moment could burn through my clothes. She lifted my chin. I thought you left because you were upset about my arranged meeting. So you thought you could cut ties with me after paying off the debt? Ethan, I'm telling you, you'll never get away from me in this lifetime. I pulled my chin back and looked down at her. Why not? I didn't sign a deed of sale. I want my freedom. Victoria Thompson, well-mannered, didn't want to explode in anger, so she smashed a cup to suppress her rage. With a wave of her hand, "Take him away." And so, I was on a private jet back to Viridian City, returning to the Song residence once more. Everything at the Song residence was unchanged. My room was just as I had left it. This house used to be where Victoria Thompson and I lived. My father and my mother lived in the estate/mansion in the suburbs. Without me living there, the Song residence had lost some of its warmth. I decided to make the best of it. As soon as I entered, I went around greeting the former staff members. Everyone was happy to see me too. I didn't even catch a glimpse of Victoria Thompson for several days after returning home. Clearly she was still angry, and I didn't dare provoke her. Although she allowed me freedom of movement, bodyguards kept an eye on me wherever I went, afraid I would run off. That evening, I received a call from Victoria Thompson, but it was actually her friend calling. "Miss Song at your place is drunk. Quick, come pick her up." When I got to the private room, Victoria Thompson was already completely drunk. When everyone saw me push the door open and enter, their eyes popped out. "Victoria's guy/Victoria's chosen one, you're back. That's why she's drinking like this." I greeted a few familiar faces. "Good evening, everyone. I've come to pick up my Miss Song and take her home." Saying that, I tried to pull her away. My gaze swept across the room and I saw Sophia Moore among the guests. It seemed Miss Tang and the Song family were indeed acquainted. She walked over and stood in front of me. "So, you finally came back." "Yeah, couldn't get away. Do you need help? If you want to leave, you can come find me." No, it's fine. Don't let me cause you trouble." In the dim light, Sophia Moore's gaze seemed a little melancholic as she looked at me. All right, help Miss Song up, let's go home." Two Song family staff/employees helped Victoria Thompson up and left. I closed the door behind them. In the car, Victoria Thompson didn't say a word, leaning back in the seat. I didn't think she was so drunk that she'd pass out, given her usual tolerance. Before I could react, a strong smell of alcohol mixed with a cool scent rushed over me. Victoria Thompson gently kissed me. I instantly stiffened. Victoria Thompson leaned back. I knew she felt I was reluctant. "You still want to leave? Why don't you ever understand me? You're so stupid." She probably heard what Miss Tang said. "I just want to earn money. I don't want to rely on anyone." "Does my family lack money?" "That's your money. I want to earn my own money. I want to buy my way out/be independent." "You think of yourself like that? I told you, you're not my staff member/employee. But I think I owe you money, and I think I am. Are you trying to make me furious?" "Victoria Thompson, I want to earn money. I want to work. You can't keep me stuck together forever. I'm an independent person." Victoria Thompson couldn't do anything. To prevent me from wanting to escape, she could only temporarily assign me to a customer reception job at the Song family's country club golf course. Her intention was for me to get discouraged and stay at the Song residence. But for me, I didn't want to be a bird in a cage. At least having a job was better than nothing, and working anywhere was the same. The job at the country club golf course was relatively simple, involving receiving and assisting high-level clients. I had good demeanor and patience. Most people who came knew my relationship with the Song family and didn't make things difficult for me. Sophia Moore had been coming to the country club golf course frequently lately, looking for me to chat. The Moore family was indeed on par with the Song family, so she was the only one who dared to play with fire/push Victoria Thompson's buttons. As we were chatting one day, Mr. Miller from a distance ran over to apologize to Sophia Moore, saying that a young woman from a newly rich family had caused trouble and smashed Miss Tang's car. I quickly followed to handle it. During this time, this reckless newcomer tried to push Sophia Moore. I quickly stepped in front. This was our valued customer, and resolving issues for clients was my job. However, this fearless girl, seeing me in front, immediately called her security to handle me. Before I lost my temper, Sophia Moore grabbed me. "Let go." Victoria Thompson arrived with a group of people to bail us out. She issued an expulsion order to drive away the troublemaker and told Mr. Miller to blacklist her and not accept her again. This was the first time Victoria Thompson, Sophia Moore, and I were face to face together. I felt the atmosphere was off. He's with me / he belongs to me, possessive, Miss Tang. Victoria Thompson looked at the man in front of her, frowning deeply. He's a free agent, Miss Song. He has his choices. Choices? Haven't you seen the tattoo on his neck? Others might not understand, but surely you do? I touched my neck. What did this tattoo mean? I had to secretly ask Sophia Moore someday. It seemed she knew. I don't mind, and I'm not afraid of you. I quickly interrupted the tense conversation and thanked Miss Tang for the rescue. I pulled Victoria Thompson away quickly. When I looked back at Sophia Moore, her expression seemed a little disappointed. Victoria Thompson, as I pulled her along, asked me, "Were you hiding in that city for her? Are you crazy? We're just friends. I didn't even know her before, okay?" Back home, I felt it was necessary to explain a few things. Miss Song, you don't need to look at me like that. If I were to get married, I'd find an ordinary girl from a small coastal pines. I wouldn't look for someone in your circle. Later, when you think I've repaid enough money, I'll find a good place / connection to marry into. Victoria Thompson was full of suppressed anger. She left me and stormed out, kicking the door of the room before she left. Every time I made her angry, I didn't feel happy about it, but I was just stubborn and didn't want her to be pleased. I sincerely believed I should just live out my life ordinarily like this. I wasn't part of the circle. My family background and my father and my mother all told me I wasn't worthy. Perhaps someday Victoria Thompson would meet someone suitable and try to let me go, and I could go back to hometown to live out my life with an ordinary person. As I was thinking this, Mrs. Thompson came to find me. When I first came to the Song residence, Victoria Thompson treated me extremely well, not like a staff member. Mrs. Thompson had noticed something was off and gently guided me / offered advice, telling me to stick to your role / do what's expected. Although I was young at the time, I always remembered her words. I had been doing so for all these years. No matter how good Victoria Thompson was to me, I only did what was expected. Studying, earning money, paying back the debt. Mrs. Thompson understood that this wasn't my fault. It was Victoria Thompson who stubbornly holds on to me / won't let me go, and she was quite helpless. Let me be direct, Mr. Roberts, your backgrounds are incompatible. Mrs. Thompson, I've always understood. Raising me was a tremendous kindness to me, which is why I left after I repaid enough money. I didn't intend to come back. She cares about you. If you leave her again, she'll keep looking for you. If you want what's best for her, advise her to meet Daniel Black. I agreed. I asked Victoria Thompson's driver where she was. When I got the message that she was at a bar, I came casually dressed in jeans. The security at the bar saw me looked like a college student, and only let me in respectfully after I showed the tattoo on my neck. I pushed the door open and entered the private room. Victoria Thompson was sitting on the sofa drinking, with 2 bodyguards standing beside her. A handsome guy on the sofa was holding a glass to her lips. I slowly made my way over, intending to persuade her. The handsome guy on the sofa immediately challenged me. Where did this college student come from? Go, 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 this is no place for kids. I'm here to take her home. All right, drink this, and Big Brother will let you pass. Victoria Thompson kicked the man in front of her. In the dim light, her eyes held a look of loneliness. Looking at that expression, I felt a little sympathy. What are you doing here? Stop drinking. Daniel Black is waiting for you at home. Mrs. Thompson wants you to come back. I knew I wasn't good enough for her. She deserved better. She slowly uttered a word, as if making a great decision. Okay. Daniel Black was very happy when he left. After waiting for Victoria Thompson for so many years, he finally made some progress. Although it was all his one-sided wish, getting her to agree to meet was a good start. I was making dinner in the kitchen, and Daniel Black thanked me on his way out. A few days later, Daniel Black brought some people to play golf at the country club golf course where I worked. He specifically requested that I accompany them. He smiled generously and introduced me to the people around him as a Song family staff / employee, someone who knew the Song family best. He was discussing marriage arrangements with the Song family and had come to ask for tips / advice from me. Mr. Roberts, could you please tell me what Victoria Thompson likes? I listed many things: food, hobbies, preferred items. Daniel Black listened, but the smile didn't reach his eyes. As exp. Ted of someone from a prominent family, he looked incredibly noble. After the game ended, Daniel Black was satisfied and planned to leave. Before leaving, he turned around. Mr. Roberts, I've always known Victoria Thompson liked you. I've been watching for many years, waiting for her to change her mind. Although I didn't wait for that, I don't care. She's a woman suitable for marriage. You're not good enough for her, she can only choose me. Only I can give her what she wants. A crushing blow/psychological attack. I knew it in my heart, but hearing someone else say it, I felt a little disappointed. You're right, I know where I stand/I'm realistic. If you want to leave, I can help you. Thank you. Perfect. I needed to give them some space. I also wanted to check on my bed and breakfast in. This place hadn't been exposed yet. Victoria Thompson shouldn't be able to find me. I helped her find a good husband. Surely I could consider myself free now. Daniel Black arranged a private plane for me. This time, she wouldn't be able to track my movements. Back at the bed and breakfast inn, I completely hid away. Every day I just look at the sea, cook, and the days were easy and free. I forced myself not to dwell on what might happen next. And to give myself something to do, I actually started looking for suitable people to date/potentially marry. I arranged to meet a girl who seemed very down to earth. Although my father and my mother didn't care, I was indeed at the age for arranged meetings/dates. Having seen the heiresses from Viridian City, I was also afraid that if I delayed any longer, it would make it impossible to marry later. This girl was a government employee/works for the city from Coastal Pines. As soon as we met, she started asking about my work, my father and my mother, and past relationships. She seemed quite satisfied with my appearance. I looked at the clean-cut girl across from me, who brought up focused on material possessions. Cars and houses, every 3 sentences, and immediately lost interest. Was my standard too high? Was I too picky? Mr. Roberts, from what you're saying, you don't have a job or a house right now. She continued talking to herself. I hope you'll be more ambitious in the future, buy a house before marriage and then a car. My younger brother isn't married yet, and it would be best if you could give our family $1 million as a bride price. I took a sip of the coffee in front of me and couldn't help but laugh as I asked, "Do I need to buy your brother a car too?" She was displeased with my question and corrected me with wide eyes. Although my salary is low, I'm a government employee/works for the city, and my job is stable. My mom said my future husband must be able to support my younger brother. I shook my head, feeling it was a complete waste of time. I wasn't good enough for Viridian City's elite circle, but I wasn't so down and out that I had to marry someone like this and live like this for the rest of my life. It would be better to be alone forever. At least I had the ability to earn money. I stood up. "Madam, I don't think you're suitable for an arranged meeting/date. People like you should be stuck together forever with your brother." The woman immediately stood up, raised her hand, and prepared to throw coffee at me. Before I could move, Sophia Moore, dressed in elegant activewear, poured water over her head instead. "How did you find me?" "I asked your former ski resort, Mr. Henderson. He had your address. Do you know that things in Viridian City have been turned upside down?" I paid for the arranged meeting/date meal and went back home. I poured myself a cup of coffee. By the sea, my heart felt especially calm. I was completely unaware of what was happening in Viridian City. Victoria Thompson used thunderous methods and directly rose to the top/took control. A few days ago, she directly acquired the Lin family's business. The Lin family fell. He's searching for you everywhere. Everyone in the know understands that you've disappeared again. Sophia Moore looked at the sea, chuckling. She was enjoying the spectacle/not afraid to stir the pot. "Do you know? Anyone who knows your whereabouts can get a $5 million reward." "Huh, I'm worth that much? Can I just turn myself in?" "I can hide you. Thank you, but I don't understand why you're so good to me." "There's nothing you need from me. I admire you. I heard your story. A kid from nowhere dismisses wealth, insisting on buying his way out/being independent from the Song family's fortune. If I wanted to use you, I could have exposed your whereabouts the first time, but I didn't. I actually like Victoria Thompson. Sophia Moore was quite surprised by this. Then why? I'm not good enough for her. I'm just a staff member my father sold to her. What right do I have? I'm not even considered an ordinary person. With my limited capabilities, to be Victoria's guy/Victoria's chosen one for the Song family. I still cannot get past this issue/cannot reconcile this in my heart. You actually understand that Victoria Thompson doesn't care about this at all. But I did. Sophia Moore laughed heartily to lighten the mood. You like Victoria Thompson and you're still going on arranged meetings/dates? If she knew, she'd definitely grab you, hang you out to dry and beat you up, and then toss the other woman out/get rid of her. Being found was only a matter of time. I didn't expect Victoria Thompson to find me this time by following Sophia Moore. When Sophia Moore opened the door, she didn't know whether to laugh or cry. Victoria Thompson entered and slapped Sophia Moore without listening to us talk. I quickly pulled them apart. Don't do this, it's not her fault. I left on my own. I'm asking you one last time, do you absolutely have to leave? If so, in this lifetime, if you don't come looking for me, I promise I won't disturb you again. I felt this was the first time I had seen Victoria Thompson so vulnerable. I still firmly said, I cannot get past this issue/cannot reconcile this in my heart. Please send me abroad. I want to study. I needed to be a free agent first, so I would have the chance to improve myself and give myself an opportunity to get closer to her. Victoria Thompson agreed. I got on the private plane to America as I wished. I knew I was still within her protection. Although she was reluctant to let me go, she still respected me greatly. I knew she would agree. I had a very fulfilling 2 years abroad. My teachers praised how quickly I learned. I made the most of every single moment. I studied, worked odd jobs, and interned on Wall Street/the financial district. I saved up a good amount of money in these 2 years, enough to be considered a minor millionaire. In the days of burgeoning greenery and chirping birds, I felt a little homesick. I missed the barbecue and classic diner food from my hometown. I packed my bags and immediately set off back home. As soon as I got off the plane, I called Sophia Moore. I had left in a hurry back then and hadn't even said goodbye. You were hit because of me back then. I've always felt bad. Let me treat you to some barbecue and classic diner food. Sophia Moore drove to pick me up. Eating the barbecue and classic diner food, my Chinese stomach finally awakened. I didn't care about the shocked look on the person across from me and devoured the food. Sophia Moore had matured quite a bit in the 2 years we hadn't seen each other. She had shed her sunny girl image. With her elegant and wealthy appearance, strangers wouldn't dare approach her easily. In recent years, Victoria Thompson has been acquiring businesses everywhere. Everyone in the city's elite/social scene is on edge. She has immense power/can make things happen with a word. Eat up, it's so good. Miss Song is almost 30 and still not married. All the scions from prominent families are vying for her attention. You're really not in a hurry at all. What's meant to be mine will be, what's not meant to be mine isn't. Being anxious is useless. Oh, right. I called you this time because I've always had a question. Could you help me answer it? What does the tattoo on the back of my neck mean? I thought you knew. It means she acknowledges you as hers. In this circle, as long as they're not stupid, they won't provoke you. It's a form of protection. So that's what it meant. If I'm not mistaken, she'll probably only give that to one person in her lifetime. Okay, that's quite romantic. Some people abroad also stared at the tattoo. I always thought it was a mark of a domestic servant. What about you? Are you doing well? I didn't even apologize for you getting hit last time. Who needs your apology? I'm doing well too, although I don't have a boyfriend. On that, I couldn't help. The Song residence was having a party/reception/banquet tonight, and I asked Sophia Moore to take me. I sat in a corner, watching the people at the party/reception/banquet. I knew most of the people here. Since my student days, Victoria Thompson would bring me along to banquets. A large part of my life memories were inseparable from her. I remembered her generously introducing me to others, and every time I wondered what was there to introduce about a staff member. Gradually, Her friends would tease that I was Victoria's guy / Victoria's chosen one, and she never explained. Although my father sold me to her, we went to school together, studied together, got into trouble together, and laughed together. She would buy things to make me laugh. She would even celebrate my birthday. My father and my mother had never done these things for me. She was like a friend and a mentor / guardian. Throughout my years at the Song residence, she had been looked after / cared for my parents, something I had no idea about. Although she had a bad temper / stubborn, she rarely lost her temper with me. If she illy couldn't help it, she would tap me on the head. A guy who acts tough but is soft-hearted. I watched her networking / socializing with a drink in hand. Some guys looked at her with admiring eyes, mustered the courage to go talk to her. She politely declined. The man would walk back to his seat disappointed, and another man would go try again. I just kept watching her until her gaze met mine. It had only been 2 years since I went abroad, but it felt like half a century. She walked through the crowd with big strides and finally stopped in front of me. "Why are you back?" I grinned happily, showing her a big white-toothed smile. Everyone around us stopped what they were doing and watched us. I got tired, so I came back. "Are you leaving again?" "No, I'm not." She finally let down her guard and threw herself into my arms. In the 2 years I was abroad, I gradually developed different ideas. Everyone is born equal, no one is better than anyone else. Moreover, I was now a minor millionaire myself. I should be brave and pursue the person I had liked since my youth. This time, I rented my own place and didn't stay at the Song residence. A few days later, Mrs. Thompson found me again. "It's good you're back." After 2 years, the lady's face actually had a few wrinkles. In my memory, she had always been an elegant and well-preserved woman. She wasn't very close to Victoria Thompson, and usually didn't interfere much with her. I didn't expect such a woman to soften considerably at this time. For so many years, if my daughter were a man, I wouldn't see her like this. If things continue like this, I'll start wondering if she's getting married. It was my fault back then, insisting on breaking you two up. He is her weakness / her issue. She cannot be without you. I've spoken to her dad. Her dad has always liked you very much. I won't interfere anymore. Live a good life together from now on. I was actually accepted just like that. I thought there would be a scene W. Here Mrs. Thompson would throw $1 million at me to make me leave her daughter. I had already planned it out in my head. I probably wouldn't have agreed to $1 million. After I saw Mrs. Thompson out, Victoria Thompson arrived shortly after. "What did my mom say to you?" She looked a little nervous. "Nothing much." "That's good. I was afraid you'd leave again like last time." "I'm not leaving. I'm staying to be with you." While discussing the marriage arrangements, Victoria Thompson specifically brought my family from hometown. Except for the 2 brothers who were working, the rest all came. Seeing them, I felt like a stranger. After all, I was sent away at a young age, and there wasn't much family affection. Victoria Thompson also wanted my family to witness my wedding, and I was grateful to her for that. When my father and my mother came, I arranged a hotel for them, but they insisted on staying at the Song mansion. Victoria Thompson complied with everything. "Oh my, look, it just goes to show our Leo is capable. You'll be living in a big house like this from now on." They showed no shame about selling me back then. Instead, they were enjoying the benefits of the Song residence. It was as if selling me was for my own good, putting me in a place of fortune. "Leo, we also came this time because we have something to discuss. Look, some of your brothers don't have very good jobs. Why don't you see about arranging something for them? After all, you'll be the head of the Song family / corporation in the future." "Yes, Leo. Our house is also cramped. There's not enough space for the grandchildren at home. Your sisters who married poorly, still living at home. I heard you earned a lot. Help out with expenses, Leo." In my father's and my mother's eyes, there wasn't any sympathy for me, only full of calculations / selfish motives. "You sold me into the Song residence back then. Have you lost your memory? How can you make so many demands of me? This is the Song residence. Do you think this is a marketplace? Demanding this and that. All these years, if they had even sent me a letter to ask how I was, I wouldn't be this angry. Hey, You can't talk like that, Leo. It was fate that you and Miss Song met, otherwise, how could we become related to / establish ties with the Song family? You owe it to your father for paid the debt, otherwise, you wouldn't have gotten in, and you'd probably be like your brothers marrying someone ordinary / less successful. So I should be grateful to you for selling me at such a young age. Victoria Thompson walked over and blocked me. All these years, I had actually longed for family affection, and she understood that about me. But my father and my mother weren't worth longing for at all. Uncle and Auntie, please stay here comfortably during this time. If you need anything, just tell the staff members. Okay, good. Thank you, daughter-in-law. They are your parents after all. Let bygones be bygones. Only by letting go of this issue can you live happily. I was unfortunate, sold off repeatedly at a young age. My heart felt bleak inside. But I was also fortunate that I met Victoria Thompson. Victoria healed my unhappy childhood. After marrying Victoria Thompson, I always patiently took care of her. I never let her do any strenuous tasks, nor did I ever say a harsh word to her.